Hey everybody, Steven here, playing Subnautica Below Zero. I originally wasn't going to do a video. I just thought they had added a couple things. I wanted to take a look, but turns out they added a lot more than I thought. So let's go ahead and check out some of this stuff. The first one's just a small tweak. So the different things that kind of come out of your dropship. We have the nutrient blocks, we have water, we have flares, right? All the supplies. They're in a trail behind the dropship now, versus just completely scattered around and almost more so in front. So they did tweak that. And with this also they added some of the icicles here. And just put a handful there, and then we have some over here as well. So I'm thinking they're going to do a lot more work in this section. I don't think this will look, obviously, like this towards the end of development with all of this. I think it'll be a little bit more enclosed. Hopefully they bring back that mountain over there. But beyond that, we're going to shoot really quick all the way over here. Going into the purple vents biome, they said that they did a little bit more polish. And with this, I try to look for that stuff. Sometimes it's very, very subtle, so it's very hard for me to discern what it actually is. I have noticed just more like this, with the overlapping of these little pools that they have going on right here. So that may have been in game for a while now. It's just I'm now noticing it. Let's bring that water volume back on. Whoa. So it's weird because the biome has evolved so much. We used to just really have the purple vents. Now you got the tweaking with the grass. The look of the pools have changed. Just the actual structure of this now. Because if I bring this back off, we have this area, and I've mentioned this before, it used to be a lot more encased. They've done away with that completely, and now we have like multiple tiers of like shelves almost. So this looks like it's been tweaked again right here. But like I said, that may be one of those things that's actually been in the game for a week or so now, and I'm just now noticing it. But the next part is completely new. So we go over to the third portion of the crashed ship. We have an opening here that will lead us down into the crystal caves. And we used to have an opening here to go down. Now you have to go a little bit further before you can go down. So they have tweaked that. That's been in game for a while. But this right here, they've almost, and I mentioned this in I think the last video that I did, that was an update video for Below Zero here, that they took away some of the tunnels, and it was kind of a bummer. And so now it kind of looks like they've added more areas in here. They've made this more of a maze. So this is all new right here. We also have the purple vents on the side, which I think is pretty cool. So not just flat. So yeah, all of this right here, the way they've done this is completely new. Just adds a new dynamic kind of to this area. Hopefully they actually branch that out even more. And that's one of the things that I've mentioned with this game. The map isn't nearly as big as the first game, but all the little tunnels and everything that they've added have made it much bigger in that regard, because you can get lost in these areas, and the more they expand it, the better it's going to get. So yeah, all of this is new in terms of just this area. We go down a little bit. This was here, but they're starting to add in, I just call them like the termite mounds, right, or these vents right here. They've added these. This used to just be an opening. It is not now. They've made that a tighter squeeze now. And then we can go down here, and then this will still connect down into the crystal caves there. It looks like they've made this wider, by the way, just right here. Just this outside lip area. And then they've pushed that back a little bit, filled this in. So yeah, they've done a little bit of work right here. It's looking good. I like the new tweak. The more intricate they make this, the more interesting it is, just in my opinion. So I am welcoming all these little changes. Go back around. That looks really cool. So we have that. I think we're going to see a lot more work here as well. That's cool, just like a little hidden pool area right there. Yeah, so we have the tweaks here. I'm going to zoom across the map. So now we're going to go to the Glacial Basin here. They've done a bunch of little tweaks over here. So I don't even know what to call them. They're like mineral deposits. They just had the placeholder for them. Here we go. For the rock. And now they've actually updated that, and then they've put minerals in it as well. So all these areas where it was, the placeholder rock was actually rock from the deep lily pad biome. But they've updated that as well. So these are updated. They're looking good. Lots of titanium. We also have a little secret nook. Let me see if I can find it right here that they've updated a little bit. So we can send the spy penguin in here. Spy penguin in here. And then we have, what is that, magnetite? They've also updated the... Let me ghost in really quick without that guy hopefully attacking me. So let's go NC all. They've updated... I don't think that's going to give me all of that. Bob the Builder. The requirements for the snow fox have changed. Let's see, where are you at? There it is. So it's 2 magnetite, battery, lubricant, and titanium. I think before it was just 2 titanium initially. So the magnetite being in this biome now makes sense because you're going to need it to actually make the snow fox, and you're going to want to build that. And the way it is looking so far, as they've updated this, they've made this bigger, they're giving you more and more incentive to actually build a base here. Kind of seems like you're going to need to now. And this is where you can find the data drop for the jump module for the snow fox as well. They haven't updated that. I know this is where they updated. And I mentioned this in the last video. It's like, hey, it looks like they're kind of setting up. Let me see, yeah, right there. They're setting up different 3D models to actually put them over here, and I was right. So let's see what that looks like with the fog on. There we go. So I was like, this doesn't make sense to have this tunnel. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they'll actually add this stuff down here, and they actually did, and it looks pretty cool. I don't think it's finished, but check this out. So I've noticed this go around trying to integrate going into the water more so than the first version of the Glacial Basin. I think that's just because of everybody saying, hey, like, this is an underwater game. We want that as much as possible. So I think they're trying to give us small snippets of that with that. Also providing what they have here. We have the ribbon plant. It just said that you're going to need batteries. So we're going to need ribbon plants to actually make that. So now we have areas that are going to actually have that in there, which is really cool. What is this? Oh, that's like a little go back to daytime. Whoa, what is that? Ice. Looks like we're gonna have something cool inside here. Curious to see what that ends up being. So this was actually the exiting tunnel for the frozen Leviathan cave. They've now repurposed this to this. Oh man, is there another little hidden area? Yep, right here. That's pretty cool. I like the look of this too, this underwater area with this. We got another hidden area. Whoa. Where am I now? Okay, there we go. That's pretty cool. And then we exit. I like that. I think that's actually really cool what they've done with that. Coming in here, we have this area over here. I've highlighted this before, but with this, they've just added a snow stalker in here. There it is. Just hanging out in here. You can also jump down through here to get into the water if you need to. Coming back around. Now that goes into the lower portion. I don't even know what to call this. But as we pop out, I've covered this before in some other videos. Oh, there we go. So it's all interconnected, which is awesome, and it presents it as a very intricate maze. And it seems like they've expanded the ice over here. I can't say that 100% for sure, but it seems like this has been expanded right here so that it all flows together. Just seems like there's more ice in this area now. Yeah, there we go. More polish in these caves. Seems like they've added some areas with more plants like this. Just more detail work, which makes a difference. And as they stack this stuff, this biome looks more rich with different things. I think it's going to be a fun game experience. I'm still hoping they put the kite wing in. I know a lot of people have said that that's been cut. Fingers crossed they changed their mind. I think that's it that I've found over here. Although I haven't quite dug into this stuff. This is new. What do we got down here? Yep, this is new right here. They're starting that process right there. What do we got over here? I think that's been in game. Yeah. And I think that's it for right now. The hard part is this biome gets a little bit bigger. It gets more complex. Oh, look at this guy up here. That's pretty cool. And it makes it, I like that. It makes it harder and harder to make sure that I'm actually covering everything. Let's see with the weather on. That's pretty cool. Just hanging up top. There it is. And they've done a bunch of bug fixes also. Oops. With saw one, it was with the penguins not moving. They'd get frozen, basically. So the animation would freeze. Double check this stuff real quick. Just to make sure. Oh, look at that. Little window it looked like. That's not there. And I'm wondering if we're going to see that same kind of build out. We get a little bit, oh, those are minerals. We're going to get that same kind of build out with this and with this other entry point. And it looks like we got a little something right there. Bubbles. There it is. That's new. They had the placeholder, which was the old I don't even know what to call it, that was providing bubbles in the first game. Forgot the name. Whoa. Let's see what this looks like. And that's gonna get dark. Yeah. That's bigger than expected. It looks like they actually expanded that. They sure did. They made that bigger. Makes me wonder if you can actually bring the sea truck in here now. Not without a depth module anyways. Because what am I going to be at right here? It's going to be past 150.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
That's going to do no good for right now. What is this? Found another one. Okay, so that's the connecting tunnel right now from that section to the other section. Ooh, that is a tight squeeze also. I think we're going to see a lot more plants and things down here. Dang, that's bigger than I thought it was. And then this would be our exit. Which leads us... Yep. Dang. Alright, let's check that from the outside here. Oh man, that is way bigger than I thought it was. That is pretty cool. Try and back out so it doesn't have all that black on it. That may be as good as it gets for us on this. Yeah, that's really big. That is awesome. I'm gonna go double check the frozen Leviathan also real quick, just to see. Okay, that's still the same. Yeah, man, they put in a lot of work. Alright, so I'm going to look around there a little bit more. I'm sure there's some stuff I'm missing, but I do want to highlight one more thing before I close this video out, which is... Ooh, and I want to double check Mark's greenhouse just in case, since they did work right there. But the other thing I'm going to talk about is... No. Didn't do anything right here. The exiting tunnel from the Fabricator Caverns. So, got a couple things. They had rock and stuff like that on the lead out here. It does look like they've added more to it, just a little bit. Like, this is going to be something super subtle. Just the texture on the ground. Very, very subtle. A little bit of work right here. It's like they're beginning to kind of tinker with this. You can kind of see it right here, and as it comes back through here. But the other portion is on the, I guess, this side of the wall that we have here. They've made this wider. So they push this back a little bit. We kind of have like that little shelf right there. And actually kind of borders around right there. Right there as well. So pushing all of this back. The biggest indicator for me is the scale of the Shadow Leviathan has changed. So it used to be you'd go through this wall and this thing was like right in your face and it just kind of took up the whole area. So now there's a little bit more room to hopefully navigate around them. Still don't know how I'm going to get through the wall, obviously with the help of Alan here. And I'm going to end this video with apparently the animations with the Shadow Leviathan and the player have been tweaked a little bit, cleaned up. Let's see what it does. Ooh. Oh, is that it? Thought it was gonna grab her. Scary. Still not as scary as the Reaper, though. Oh, is that not gonna work? No. No. There it is. That was luck. Alright, well, we're going to end this video here, everybody. If you liked the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all of my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.